Hey guys, so I want to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, is trying to put it together about how it ripples out into your life, how their violence ripples out into your life, the psychological the psychological effects of this ripple out into really negative, horrible consequences. I fortunately just got to move 6 hours away from them last year. And thank God I got the fuck away from them. Oh my God. So glad to be away. Oh, they're still doing it. It doesn't matter. They're still doing it. Okay. But they're still doing it because they never stop doing it. I want to recommend a book that I'm going to tell you about too, so you can hear it from somebody else's perspective who also noticed the same thing I did. When I moved to Naples, Florida, nothing good happened to me. The only good things that happened to me were from sheer Herculean effort. Um, I got gigs immediately as a musician, but that was, and I had a shitty job where people were treating me like crap during the day, and I got to go play music at night. That was the only good thing that happened, but that was through my efforts entirely. When I first got there, my family kicked me in the fucking teeth. They treated me like shit, especially the golden child, with his garbage can trick to get me beholden to my mother, where he lied about me putting my not throwing my garbage in the garbage can when he hid the garbage cans. Real mature motherfucker there. Okay. So the stepfather, the rich stepfather, had to help me get a place. And then I was beholden to them when I had already, I might have been broke, but I was independent. So they took that away as soon as they could. But I want to show you something about how this rippled out. I also got raped by two different guys who I trusted, and one of them had the same name as the golden child. Okay? These were date rape type situations where I thought these guys were to be trusted. And I'm not kidding at all. They both had similar characteristics of the golden child. He had told me, I'm not your friend and you can't just call me and all this shit. He was sending me huge negativity when I got there. And this rippled out into my life. I still think that energy came from him. But of course, that originally came from narcissist piece of shit mother. You know. So that's how it ripples out into your life. Nothing good happened to me when I first moved there. Anything good that happened to me was because of sheer fucking effort. Not because of them. And they immediately just tried to stomp a mud hole in me immediately when I got there. And I was stuck. I couldn't leave. But Lisette noticed this in her book as well. Something very similar. Because I think is when she returned to Canada, to, I think, the Toronto area. Breaking Free, A Way Out for Victims of Narcissist Abuse, for adult children of narcissist abuse. A very good book that I will plug adamantly. If you get a chance to read that, it's good. Lisette SQ wrote that book, and I've read it at least freaking 7 times. And she noticed the same thing with her malignant narcissist sister. And she writes very well about this. She noticed when something happened to her sister, her nasty cunt sister, had initially given her a big load of, like, got in her face and got really nasty with her and inflicted some major emotional, psychological pain on her. And then Lisette ended up getting attacked and hurt her face. And then, oh no, she had to deal with all this nonsense from these narcissists she was dealing with, who said, look at that big scar on your face and stuff like that. It's nasty. And it initially came from her freaking mother and her fucking sister. um, she got attacked right after that. And I feel the same way. She's not the only one to notice this. That's why I'm pointing that out and plugging her book, so you understand what I'm saying here, that I'm not the only one to notice that their psychological, emotional damage ripples out into your life. Why in the fuck did I get raped twice by two different guys I trusted, who one of them having the same name as the golden child? It always bugged the fuck out of me. And it was like, why why, what the fuck? And she finally confirmed and validated what I already thought, that energy field followed me around because the golden child meant me harm, because he needs control and so does mommy, and they'll do it at all costs. It's one of the best books ever written about narcissist abuse, in my opinion, because she doesn't mess around at all. She doesn't fuck around, and she says it like it is. And I know we've all heard it before, blah blah blah, but sometimes you really need to hear it from a pro. And she noticed the same thing I noticed about this rippling out into your life. It's like, it might not have, they might not have hit you or something like that, but that damage they did ripples out into your life. Nothing good happened to me in Naples when I got there. Absolutely nothing good happened to me. I wish I hadn't stayed there for as long as I stayed. I was stuck. I couldn't get out from underneath their fucking jackboot. And I finally got the fuck away. If I died today, I'd be glad that I got away. If I died right now, I'd be glad that I got the fuck away. It hasn't been easy, and I've told you it hasn't been easy, but holy shit, so glad I got away. Things are going better. My car got repoed in October, as you know, but the car was from Naples, so fuck that. The RV isn't. Yeah, fuck that place. Nothing good happened to me when I moved there. And they just stomped a mud hole in me as soon as they fucking could to get control of my life and remove my independence. And it was all invisible, quote unquote. Alright? But I'm not the only one who's noticed that weird effect of the narcissist abuse. And that's also why, when you've been raised by these fuckers, that other narcissists are attracted to you, gravitate towards you because you've had the training. You know what I do on dates now? And I date. I don't hook up. If I sense anything, and they'll usually tell you in the first 5 minutes, I'm out of there. I'll shine them on. And if I'm at dinner or a meal with them, I'll get up and go to the bathroom and leave. Say, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. Grab my shit, cancel my order, and fucking leave. This goes for jobs, this goes for friendships, this goes for any of it, because they will tell you in the beginning exactly who the fuck they are. You just gotta listen and stop. And I stopped. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I stopped denying the reality of their toxicity. This helped me tremendously. And I'm going to keep on doing it. Have a good night, you guys.